a quick tutorial on the hexagon. I actually got this one recommended by someone else, so after going through it today, I can see where there definitely are some flaws, so I'm going to do it in a way which I think is more updated and easier to use, and using the tools that I really want you to use. So I will send you a template file that has these colors. Those are the colors that are in the tutorial itself. They gave you these like long kind of drawn out letters and numbers here, okay, for the colors. If you wanted to do that, I'm going to show you real quickly where that would be. So if I'm going to come back over here, if you double clicked on a color right here, that's where you would type that code in, okay? And what I did is I just created those here, and then you'll have those available on the template file for you guys. So I'm going to hit cancel real quick. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to create a new document. So what I did was went to File, New. I did 3 by 3 inches as it stated in the tutorial, and I hit Create, and that's how I got the square document. All right, just FYI, I am in high school class right now. I have a note on my door that to not interrupt while I do screen capture, but there are no promises. So if a student barges in and starts talking to me, I apologize now. So with that being said, so I have my 3 by 3 inches document. I'm going to come over here to my polygon tool to create my polygon. I am going to hold down shift as I do it so it becomes proportionate. If I don't hold down shift, remember it can kind of go all over the place. Alright, just big enough so that it will fit on my page. I'm not too particular on the size. It should be none for the fill. And I'm going to say black outline. Okay. The next tool that it said to use was a line segment tool, which you can totally use, but I prefer the pen tool, and since we just got done with the pen tool tutorial, I would recommend using the pen tool just because it snaps to those points a little bit better. It helps with kind of keeping everything in line. So again, I did click with the pen tool. I'm going to hit return or enter on my keyboard so it disconnects that. I'm going to come over here, click, return. Now I'm going to come over here, click, return. Okay, so now we have that shape that they were going for in the first few steps. All right, what I have up right now, I have my gradient tools up right now, and I have my layers. If you're missing anything, you can also always go to Window, and that's where majority of your tools are. Okay, also tools, but you're going to be working with gradient, layers, and also swatches. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on this layer right here that I had earlier that has my colors that I want. I'm going to unlock that one. Make sure there's nothing else on here. Okay. All right, so now I have this going. I am going to lock that layer. I'm going to get rid of this one. So technically you would only have 2. Right now you would have the template file that I gave you, that layer, we'll call it template, and then you have your outline that you just created, and then I'm going to say new one right now to start to do my shapes over this. So I'm going to take my pen tool, I'm going to click and hold down shift to get that straight line. Now that I have that one, I'm just going to go ahead and fill it with just a color. Okay, doesn't matter what color for right now, just any color. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go to Object, Transform, Rotate. It says to do by 60 degrees. I have the preview, but instead of hitting OK, which is the most common mistake, hit Copy so that you have 2 of them. All right, and then I'm going to set that one right here. Change the color just so you can see as I go. I click on this one, go to Object, Transform, Rotate, Copy. Move this one down to green just so you can see the colors. It's starting to look like the Google logo for a while. Object, Transform, Rotate, 60 degrees, Copy. And then the last one, object, transform, rotate, okay. Alright, so now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and hide that outline layer, so I don't need that anymore because I was kind of using that as a template for that. If you feel like you need to adjust some of these around, go for it. It will not be perfect. I'll show you here in a minute some tips on that too. Probably shouldn't have touched it. Now it's all going to be weird. Alright, so say this is what I have. You could have this, or yours could also look, if you didn't change your colors as you went, look something like this, right? Alright, and so now that I have this, it says to highlight everything, that's with my black arrow. Hit your gradient. Again, if you do not see your gradient, window, gradient. Okay? Now this is something new. What I would like you to do is unselect out of everything. And I'm going to show you how to add a swatches panel. So I'm going to highlight these colors right here. Oh, I got to unlock that layer. Alright, so I have those letters selected, and I'm going to click this folder, so this new color group. I'm going to put hex 1. Alright, and it put those swatches in my right there as a new color palette. Alright, so now I can add those to my gradients as I work today. Alright, some people want to put it right next to each other. It really doesn't matter how you work. Alright, so the first one you do is going to be this one right here, and it says to go from orange to yellow. So over here, I'm going to drag in my orange, drag off my white, alright, and then drag in my yellow, drag off the colors I don't want. Alright, I am going to worry about the degrees and angles later, so don't worry about changing the angles currently. We're just going to do colors for right now. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is going to be yellow. Oops, I'm not dragging from there, I'm dragging from over here. Yellow. Oops. Try this one more time. Yellow to green. And I'm just dragging off those colors. Alright, next one is going to be green. Drag off to teal. And then this one is going to be the teal to blue. This one is going to be blue to pink. And this last one is going to be pink back to the orange. Okay, now that I have all the gradients set up, I'm going to first highlight all these up here. I'm going to change that black to like a purple. Okay, it doesn't matter what color you want to do. I'm also going to come in here and go to my stroke, click on the word stroke, and I'm going to round my corners here just because it won't be as sharp and you won't see those little edges as much as the points there. Okay. Now with that being said, I'm going to fix the angles. So you can hand type in the angles here, but I'm also to show you the gradient tool. So the gradient tool is right here, and if you click on it, you're allowed to click and drag. Okay, this one goes from pink to orange, and then this one's going to be from orange to pink. So I'm going to then select this one, go to my gradient tool, and drag this way. Then this one, I'm going to click on my gradient tool and drag this way. Oops, wrong way. Drag up. Gradient tool. Try that again. Gradient tool. See if I go the right direction. Nope. Okay, so now I have the colors and everything correct. And I'm feeling pretty confident about this. So there's a little chimes there. All right, and so with that being said, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to just group it temporarily. And I'm going to copy and paste it in front. Or copy and paste. Okay, it says to go to the stroke, right? Change it to 2 points. It also says to go to the transparency and do I think the first one is going to be multiply by 24%. And again, I'm going to do it one more time, copy and paste. As you can see, it's very, I copied and pasted the wrong one. So let me go grab that back one. Okay, I'm going to stack this on top. And I'm going to go to, I think the other one is overlay, and about the same. Okay, just to make sure that they're all aligned, I am going to highlight over all of them. And my align palette should come up here. If it doesn't, you can go to window control, so you can get that, or you can go to window align and get your control palette. Your align palette. And I'm just going to say align to the right, just to make sure they're all lined up. If you want to go even more, but they should be lined up because they're all the same because I copy and paste. All right, should look like something like this. All right, I am happy with turning this in. You do not need to do the pattern with this step. I just really wanted you to start using the gradient tools and understanding your swatches and how you can update your swatches colors. So again, the main thing is going to be using your swatches, creating that new palette, gradients, okay? And again, I'm going to save this template file, which will have the colors right here. Remember, which all you have to do is highlight over them and put it in that swatches palette to create that new swatch line. Okay, you may have to come up to window and grab some palettes like the gradient or your layers or the align. But hopefully that helps you a little bit with that. So again, I'm just going to be grading your one hexagon. You do not need to do the pattern. If you would like to do the pattern, that's fine too. For saving, file, save, okay, just a regular save, right? I have already saved it once as a hex, so that's where it is. For the JPEG, export, I say save for web, JPEG, save, save. Okay, some of you were turning in all kinds of files for the last one, so it should be an Illustrator file and a JPEG. All right, hope that helps. If you have any questions, please get in hold of me so I can help you out. I have a lot of new tutorials because of this Flex 2 courses, so if you ever see an error or get stuck, please hit me up either by my cell phone or email or through the Canvas app itself. All right, have a good day.